Alright, let's get started. We all love football, right? The amazing goals, the tough tackles, the incredible saves. But have you ever thought about the shirts? Not just any shirt, I mean the really special ones. The ones that remind you of a certain time, a certain match, a certain goal. Today we're talking all about football kits. We'll look at the classics and the ones that caused a stir. Get ready to remember some awesome football moments, all because of the power of the shirt.
When I say golden era, I'm talking about the 70s and 80s. Back then, football was simpler. None of the fancy gear they have today. They wore heavy cotton shirts that were often soaked with sweat by halftime, but those shirts had something special. They had personality, and some of them were really cool. Take Brazil's 1970 World Cup kit, for example. Simple, elegant, iconic. That bright yellow just made you think of Brazil. And when you saw Pelé and his team wearing it, you knew you were watching something amazing. Or how about the Netherlands' famous orange kit? That simple design with the big lion symbol perfectly showed how the Dutch team played a new style of football called total football. And don't forget about those classic Adidas designs. The 3 stripes on the sleeves became super famous. Teams like West Germany, Argentina and Liverpool all wore different versions of that design, making them instantly recognizable and timeless classics. These weren't just kits, they meant something. They represented a time when football was changing, becoming more popular around the world, faster and more exciting. Liverpool's all-red kit, which they started wearing in the mid-60s, became a symbol of how good the team was. And who could forget about those classic Manchester United kits from the 70s and 80s? The bright red shirts, often worn with white shorts and black socks, were worn by some of the club's best players ever. These kits weren't just pieces of cloth. They were a part of football itself. Even today, these classic kits are still some of the most stylish and iconic designs ever seen on a football pitch.
Now, not all famous kits are remembered for looking good. Some of them were a bit more unusual, but that's what made them so great. They weren't afraid to try new things, to see what a football kit could be. They were the pioneers, the rebels, the ones who dared to be different. Take Arsenal's famous bruised banana kit from 1991, for example. A yellow and blue zigzag pattern. It was bold, it was daring, and people either loved it or hated it. Some people thought it was ugly. But it became a cult classic. It's one of the most recognizable and sought-after kits of all time. Why? Because it was different. It stood out. And speaking of standing out, let's talk about Nigeria's 2018 World Cup kit. That thing was a huge hit. The bright green and white pattern, inspired by the country's traditional clothing, was instantly loved by fans all over the world. It sold out everywhere, and people were actually fighting over it in stores. It wasn't just a kit, it was a cultural phenomenon. And then you had those kits that were so bad they were good. Remember the Hull City Tiger Stripes kit from the early 90s? Or Cameroon's sleeveless kit from the 2002 World Cup? They might not have been everyone's favourite, but they definitely got people talking. These kits might not have always been pretty, but they were always interesting. They challenged the rules, they did things differently, and they reminded us that sometimes it's good to be a little bit different. They were the kits that got people talking, whether they liked them or not. And in a world that's often too afraid to try new things, I think that's something to be celebrated. These kits weren't just pieces of fabric, they were statements. They represented moments of victory, moments of defeat, and everything in between. They were badges of honour, worn with pride by players and fans alike.
Chapter 3. Threads of National Pride Kits that embody a nation. There's something really special about wearing your national team's shirt, isn't there? It's a feeling of immense pride, of belonging, of representing something bigger than yourself. Over the years, we've seen some truly iconic national team kits, kits that have become synonymous with the teams and the countries they represent. Let's start with the Azzurri, shall we? Italy's iconic blue shirts are recognized around the world. That deep, rich blue, it just oozes class, sophistication, and a touch of Mediterranean flair. Whether it's Paolo Maldini effortlessly gliding across the pitch, or Roberto Baggio with his flowing locks, the Italian blue has always had a certain allure. It's a kit that commands respect. A kit that whispers tales of legendary players and unforgettable victories. And then you have Argentina's iconic sky blue and white stripes. A kit that immediately conjures up images of Diego Maradona, the greatest player to ever grace the game, weaving his magic on the pitch. That shirt, with its simple yet elegant design, has become a symbol of Argentine pride, passion, and, of course, footballing brilliance. But it's not just the traditional powerhouses that boast iconic kits. The Netherlands' vibrant orange, Cameroon's eye-catching green and yellow, and Croatia's distinctive red and white checkerboard pattern have all become instantly recognizable symbols of their respective nations. These kits represent more than just football teams. They represent cultures, histories, and identities. And let's not forget about England's classic white shirt. Simple, elegant, and timeless, it's the kit that Bobby Moore and his teammates wore when they won the World Cup at Wembley in 1966. These kits are more than just pieces of fabric. They are threads woven into the tapestry of a nation's sporting identity. They represent dreams realized, hopes dashed, and everything in between. They are symbols of unity, pride, and passion, worn with honor by generations of players and fans alike. These kits are more than just pieces of fabric. They are statements. They represent moments of triumph, moments of heartbreak, and everything in between.
Chapter 4. The Science of Style Modern Kits that Fuse Technology and Design. Gone are the days of those heavy cotton shirts, soaked through with sweat by halftime. These days, football kits are a marvel of modern technology. Lightweight, breathable materials, laser-cut ventilation panels, and moisture-wicking fabrics all combine to give players that extra edge on the pitch. But it's not just about performance anymore. Modern kits are as much about style as they are about substance. They're fashion statements, cultural touchstones, and walking billboards for some of the biggest brands in the world. Take a look at Nike's recent offerings, for example. Their kits are sleek, stylish, and packed with cutting-edge technology. From the bold graphics of the Nigerian national team's kit to the minimalist elegance of the French national team's strip, Nike has managed to strike that perfect balance between performance and aesthetics. And then you have Adidas, who have always been at the forefront of kit design. Their latest creations are no exception. The German sportswear giant has been experimenting with bold colors, innovative patterns, and sustainable materials, pushing the boundaries of what a football kit can be. Their collaborations with fashion designers and streetwear brands have blurred the lines between sportswear and high fashion, making their kits as popular off the pitch as they are on it. But it's not just the big brands that are innovating. Smaller, independent kit manufacturers like Hummel, Macron, and Kappa have been making waves with their unique designs and commitment to quality. They're not afraid to take risks, to experiment with different colors, patterns, and materials. The evolution of the football kit is a testament to the ever-evolving nature of the beautiful game itself. It's a fusion of sport, technology, fashion, and culture all rolled into one. And as the game continues to grow and evolve, one thing is for sure. The future of the football kit is looking brighter than ever. These kits are more than just pieces of fabric. They are statements.
Chapter 5. More than just a shirt. What makes a kit truly iconic? So, what makes a football kit truly iconic? Why do some designs stand the test of time, while others fade into obscurity? It's a combination of design, cultural impact, and nostalgia. A truly iconic kit is more than just clothing. It's a symbol, a story, a link to the past. Think about Brazil's yellow shirt, the Netherlands' orange jersey, or Germany's classic white strip. These designs are instantly recognizable and synonymous with their teams. A truly iconic kit needs a story behind it. It needs to be associated with moments of greatness and unforgettable victories. And then there's the nostalgia factor. Our memories of certain kits are intertwined with our own lives. The kit we wore when we first fell in love with the game. The kit our favorite player wore when he scored that wonder goal. A truly iconic kit is a perfect storm of design, cultural impact, nostalgia, and fan connection.
Well, there you have it. A quick look at some of football's most iconic kits. From the classic to the controversial, we've covered it all. We've seen how kits have changed over the years, from those heavy cotton shirts of the past to the high-tech, stylish designs of today. But one thing stays the same: the power of a shirt to bring back memories, to make people passionate, and to unite fans all over the world. So I'll leave you with this question. What's your favorite kit of all time? The one that means something special to you, the the one that reminds you of all those great memories? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more football videos. Up next, we're talking about something really important to me, the importance of mental health in football. Until then, take care and keep loving the beautiful game.